here with ASA Miami head basketball coach Gene Dubuisson after a big win over Palm Beach State on the road, who was ranked number 16th in the country. Coach, tell us a little bit about the game last night.
Well, an exciting game. We end up winning 81-80. What I could say is our guys, they battled. We had an overtime win against Polk State the night before. I didn't know what kind of legs we would have. I knew Palm Beach is a run and gun type of team. They're very athletic. They shoot the ball extremely well. So our mindset was to go in there and slow them down. And we did that with our press. We were able to make shots and make key defensive stops and rebounds at certain times in the game. That helped us out tremendously. As you can see, again, it was pretty much a good high-scoring game. 80-81 is always fairly high in JUCO or at any level of basketball. Let me see. Just touching back on some of the things, some of the players that kind of stood out.
Yeah, in regards to some of those guys, you had sophomore guard Dexter Foster, who nearly had a triple-double with 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. How has his recent play helped your team out?
I think Dexter's starting to figure out now what role he plays with this team. We need Dexter to be Dexter Foster, a 6'6" point guard, make plays, distribute the ball to people, get guys in the right spot. In the last 2 games, he's been real efficient. That's one of the things that was kind of troubling with me with the first couple of games that we played all season, but he wasn't efficient. He had a lot more turnovers than assists. He didn't rebound well. These last 2 games since the new year started, he's been a whole different guy. Nearly a triple-double tonight. He's been really efficient. He was 6 for 8, 2 for 4 from 3, 4 for 4 from the line, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. That's what you need from your point guard. And him having the size at 6'6", that makes it real difficult for smaller guards to guard. And then when you get a bigger guard on him, he goes by him. The biggest thing with Dexter right now, he's playing with confidence. And he's playing with that confidence that I think we knew he had coming out of South Carolina.
And then tell us about some other players that have been playing well as of late along with Dexter.
Raven Owens Jr., a kid who transferred from Canisius, has been a tremendous ball player for us, knockdown shooter. Right now I think he's, 41 for 41 from the free throw line. Probably has an NJCAA record at this point, but we don't know yet. We'll look that up. Dan Williamson, another kid who transferred in from Monroe College in New York. He's been real tough, averaging almost double figures coming off the bench, and also pretty good with rebounds for a guy his size. We're trying to get Alex Thomas a little bit more involved. We need Alex to be that guy that he used to be, or he was last year. I was 3rd in the country in block shots. We've been kind of putting in different kind of sets to get him the ball a little bit more, so you should see a little bit of a change in him in the next couple of games. Lawrence Barnes has played okay for us too. Real knockdown shooter again for transfer from State College of Jacksonville.
And then lastly, this year has been a vast improvement over last year, which was your first in conference play here at ASA Miami. What do you think is the biggest difference from last year to this year?
I think the biggest difference is me maturing as a coach, understanding that there's certain things that happen that are not in your control. Then guys and believing what we wanted to teach them. Being that close-knit group of kids, working hard, understanding that you don't get anything for free, and you just got to go out there and work every day. Being at ASA is a grind, so you have to take that grind and make sure you produce on the court. What's been helping us a lot too is our defensive effort has been very good. We've been a real good defensive team this year, and we rebounded pretty well, rebounded better than we did last year. And I think just overall the group of kids that we have is a little bit better than last year's group. But, again, last year's group was the foundation. So hopefully this year's group can continue to do things that we think we can do.
Thank you, Coach.